A WWE star is unhappy with a lack of promotion. AEW Full Gear 2021's main event has been announced, and 2 matches have been added to tonight's AEW Dynamite. Find out what they are in a bit. So we kick things off with the news coming out of last night's SmackDown that a WWE superstar is unhappy with the lack of promotion that their upcoming pay-per-view match is receiving. So usually when you have a WWE pay-per-view approaching, you have the announcers repeatedly in the weeks leading up running down the card over and over again, just as SmackDown or Raw goes off the air. Don't miss it, this is coming up, it's on this date, live on the WWE Network, here's everything you're gonna see. Just real hard sell stuff. And usually that just, they go from the bottom of the card to the top of the card. But last night on SmackDown, Cole and McAfee ran down the entire card for Crown Jewel 2021, but they missed out one match, and that match is Mustafa Ali versus Mansoor. So Ali took to Twitter, clearly a little bit unhappy about this, as you would be, and he quote-tweeted a fan who was promoting that the match was going to be happening on Thursday, and he said, "Just a reminder, this match is also taking place at WWE Crown Jewel, despite not being promoted at all at the end of SmackDown on FS1. Now this drew 198 retweets, 23 quote retweets, and 1,428 likes at the time of writing, and it's steadily climbing. Mansoor also took to Twitter, didn't he, to kind of promote the match?
So he has said, "The match I've always wanted. The kids who look like we did, bowl cuts and brown eyes, hands held with Mama and Baba, looking at the marquee and seeing Mansoor versus Mustafa Ali. If only the circumstances were different. See you in Riyadh." I
mean, it's a bit of an odd one for them to not mention it, and it must be very concerning. If you're Mustafa Ali or you're Mansoor here, and you're sat there, WWE has a bit of a habit to just axe matches without telling anybody and just kind of gloss over it. It must be concerning. Gotta be concerning.
And I feel Mustafa Ali is always in the spot.
It feels like he's always getting the brunt end of the stick, doesn't it? It's like the guy's fantastic. He's such a good talent. And this, for me anyway, I think this is going to be maybe the sleeper match of the night. Both guys, I think, are able to put on a nice performance here. And I think it should be a pretty energetic and, a big crowd, exciting affair. But to not mention it, I get, it might have been a time issue, it might be, I'd still figure the match is going ahead, it's still listed on match cards and everything, and they're still promoting it on Twitter, obviously, only individually, but it's just an oversight, it mustn't be nice.
No, not at all.
But looking to another pay-per-view coming up, we have AEW Full Gear 2021 on the horizon, and the World Heavyweight Championship match has been confirmed. So, Hangman Page returned on October 6th, and he won the Casino ladder match, and he got the World Heavyweight title shot for doing so. It's not been addressed or announced properly on air yet, but AEW took to Twitter to hype his return and post a match graphic for Full Gear, and they tweeted, "Fresh off his dramatic return and Casino ladder match win, we'll hear from the new #1 contender, Adam Page, live from Miami tomorrow on AEW Dynamite at 8/7 Central on TNT Drama." Cheers, Tony. 5, please. With only one singles loss in 2021, what will Hangman have to say looking ahead to his AEW World title match? And then this was posted with a graphic. So, 2 graphics. One was promoting his appearance on Dynamite, and the other was just the straight up match graphic. You can see it now in the little window below. You can see Hangman Page, you can see Kenny Omega, you can see Don Callis, and it's set for November 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This is going to be huge.
Yes.
Is this when Hangman finally does it? Is this Hangman getting the big one?
Fingers crossed.
Or do you think they can bleed more out of it?
I don't know.
It's like you could really, really, really make fans sympathise with Hangman if it doesn't happen. But the fans already desperately want this to happen so badly that it might go nuclear.
It's been such a boiling pot. Like everything's sort of gone into it. It's been drawn out, and fingers crossed. I feel it's time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I reckon it's about time. But looking toward Dynamite tonight, 2 additional matches have been announced, and it was announced during Rampage's telecast last night. So Jon Moxley's going to be in action as he takes on Wheeler Yuta of Best Friends. The match comes 24 hours before Moxley teams with Eddie Kingston to wrestle Minoru Suzuki and Lance Archer at New Japan Showdown in Philadelphia in a Philly street fight. So busy old weekend there for Mr. Moxley. And also added to a Saturday card is a single. Added to tonight's card is a singles bout pitting Penelope Penelope against Kiera Hogan. Ford assisted the Bunny in an attack on Ruby Soho last night, striking her with brass knuckles moments after Soho defeated Bunny in singles action. Now the card for Saturday night's AEW Dynamite tonight will be taking place from Miami, and it is Bryan Danielson versus Bobby Fish, which technical beauty.
We also have Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta.
And Wheeler's gonna die, maybe? I think Wheeler's gonna die a little. Maybe Wheeler's gonna die. AAA World Tag Team title match. The Young Bucks, the Lucha Bros, versus a masked mystery team hand-chosen by Andrade El Idolo. And this could be big.
Yes.
This could be some nice... This could be some beautiful, beautiful lucha.
We also have Penelope Ford versus Kiera Hogan.
And then we've got Malachi Black versus Dante Martin.
And the AEW World Title Eliminator bracket will be revealed.
Yes, so we've got that to look forward to too. Now, unfortunately, we're going to go over to Impact Wrestling for some not so great news.
Yes.
And that's that they've drawn their 3rd lowest viewership since their move to Access TV. Now, they've channel hopped a lot in their history, you know, the TNA days through to early Impact, and it's kind of, it all came to a bit of an end where they found a nice home on Access TV when their parent company bought a majority share, and they've kind of been there. That's been their home for quite some time. The relationship's been working well so far, and it's kind of fallen down a bit this week though. So the show drew 89,000 viewers, which was down 19.81% from last week's 111,000. It's the 2nd straight week that they haven't made the cable TV top 150, and viewership was also down 42.20% from the same week last year. Now, why could this be? Could it be burnout? Is it too much wrestling? What's happening? What's going on? Well, don't despair. Don't despair. Well, one, we've got Minoru Suzuki on the way, which that's going to be just, you know, that's a huge get for AEW. But 2, they were going up against both MLB and they were going up against NFL. So we just, I mean, they always dominate the ratings. I believe that they were number 1 in cable and number 1 in network for the evening. Of course they were. So it's kind of, when you have these big attraction games and you have other sports going on at the same time, you're always gonna have that bit drop off. So I don't think this is going to affect Impact's relationship with Access at all. You know, it's a pretty small drop, if we're being honest, considering what they're up against. And as we said, they've got a lot of good things on the horizon, so they will bounce back. But apparently, in the all-important 18 to 49 demographic, the episode drew a 0.03, which was up 50% from last week. But they've been sitting around 0.4 and 0.5 for a while now, so it's kind of still within that ballpark. And again, you know, with all the things that were happening in ballparks, that's why there's a lesser audience happening. But on the point of Suzuki and Impact have finally made the announcement, haven't they, Luke? Do you want to take this one? I'll let you take this one. I feel like I'm talking too much, man.
I'm very excited for this. So Minoru Suzuki is coming to Impact in Las Vegas on the 24th and 25th of October.
Oh! So tickets are available now. If you've never seen Suzuki wrestle in person and you're available and you can see him and you're in Las Vegas, or you can get the trip out, just do it. Just go see him. He is intimidating to watch wrestle live. Oh my God.
I'm excited to see who they put him against. Like, I've even seen like Sami Callihan put up a tweet saying like, bandage up my leg, I'll wrestle him with a broken leg. I want him.
I want Callihan Suzuki so bad.
Like, something I was wondering, like, my All Japan history is a little bit blank.
Yeah.
But Joe Dollarin Suzuki, just
we
two
could
big
see
beefy
so
men.
much. Yeah, it's just whoever they partner him with, it's going to be magical. So
Yes.
we've got, I believe these are tapings, so I don't know if this is going to mean multiple appearances over multiple episodes, because it can mean
Yeah,
that, obviously.
could be.
They could be recording, 4 weeks worth of TV at once, so Suzuki might even get a little thread running through the shows, which would be quite nice. I'd like to see him maybe do a bit of a challenge. Like, they kind of, people are just there to try and beat him, and that might be something nice they could do, and we'd see a good few matches out of it, but I guess time will tell. But we're closing off today on the news for your lovely weekend of wrestly news with a big title match set for upcoming episode of WWE Raw. So on Monday's Raw, WWE have announced a few things, because it's the go home show before Crown Jewel, and a major title match has been revealed as being set for the main event. Now that match is Charlotte Flair defending her WWE Raw Women's title against Bianca Belair. Now, this obviously has implications for Belair, because if she was to win the title, she would then have to resume, she'd have to take responsibility for the fact that she's going to have to face the winner of the Queen's Crown tournament probably fairly soon after Crown Jewel. Unless they really want to milk that, and they might milk it for a while, but I don't think it might be something we wait all the way to Mania for. It might be before then, but I mean, Royal Rumble, it's perfect, isn't it? Royal Rumble,
definitely.
Queen and King of the Ring. Yeah, I reckon we might get it then. But I think, if Bianca was to take this, she's going to have to be concerned about that. But thankfully, she's wrestling Charlotte Flair, so I don't think she does. WWE loves a Flair with a bit belt, don't they? Yeah,
They do.
Well, that's it for your weekend wrestling news. Thank you very much for joining us. It's been lovely to present with Luke today for the first time. So I hope you're all very nice to him in the comments. You absolute lovely people. Be nice to him. I will catch you all next time. We'll see you later.